It's a lot of us walking around here who's not happy with where we are. We're not happy with our weight. We're not happy with our job. We're not happy that we aren't accomplishing the goals that we set out to do. We're not happy with the relationships around us, whether that be a personal, intimate relationship or whether that be a friendship. We're not happy with our finances. We're not happy with the growth that we feel like we should have in life. There's some place in your life where you feel like you may not be happy with, you may not be satisfied with. And in this video, I just wanted to talk about how we have the power to change our circumstance. We have the power to change our predicament. If you don't like something, yes, you have the power to change it. If you've been complaining for years and years about the same thing, the problem is you. I'm sorry, but the problem is you, because it should not take you years to see traction towards your goal. And in this video, I'm going to help you try to overcome those hurdles and get to where you want to be by just taking small, actionable steps. If you don't like where you currently are in life, if you don't like your current situation, then continue to watch this video, because I promise you, if you take these steps, you will truly start to see a change in your life that is for the better. Insanity is literally doing something over and over and over again and expecting a change, a miracle, some new result, like it's going to work. If you've been doing the same thing and you've been working towards that goal and it's not working, then you need to change your tactics. You need to change your ways. You need to find a new way that works and stop doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's so funny because like when I talk to people, we all have literally 1,000,001 excuses as to why we did not do something, why something didn't happen in our lives. Like it's so easy to come up with excuses, to make excuses for yourself as to why something isn't done versus doing the work, doing the hard work, getting uncomfortable, being consistent, having discipline in your routine. Literally, the only thing that's in between you and your goals is yourself. And quite frankly, we all complain too much. I'm guilty of this in terms of almost having like this crippling mindset as to why I can't do something, but literally my life has changed so much, and if I don't become adaptable to my current situation and my current environment and keep doing the same thing that I was doing 2 or 3 years ago, I'm not going to grow. So it finally clicked on me that I need to develop systems, routines, ideas that fits within my current lifestyle if I truly want to see a change. And so far, y'all, that's working for me. Some of us have had the same goal on our list for 7 years, 5 years, and every time a new year comes, you have the same goal, which is fine. Actually, it's not fine, but you have the same goal of, say, for example, I want to lose weight. And then the year goes by, and by the end of the year, you either find that you're literally the same weight or you've grown bigger and you're not being disciplined or consistent with your goals. But I'm gonna show y'all how to change that around. And I'm talking about whether that be your finances, whether that be you starting a business, whether that be you gaining new friendships, whether that be you starting a new hobby, whether that be you losing weight. It's so many things that we put on our 2024 New Year resolutions list that kind of go by wayside as the year progresses. But I'm gonna show you how you can continue to make traction towards your goal in this year. The key to all of this is to set a goal, make it plain, write it down, create a plan around that goal, and just be consistent and have discipline with that. So let's break that down. I'm going to use fitness goals, for example, because a lot of us have goals that we want to lose weight. So say, for example, you've been talking about years and years of how you need to lose this weight and you need to get this weight off of you. Well, how you can start is whatever your big goal is. Let's break that down. So say, for example, you want to lose 20 pounds this year. What I've done in the past is just break that down into manageable goals. So if you get out your calculator and you put in 20 pounds and you divide that number by the 12 months that are in this year, you should get 1.66 pounds. So that would mean that you would need to lose, on average, about 1.6 or 1.7 pounds every single month to get to your goal of a total of 20 pounds in 1 year. And when you look at, all I need to do is lose 1 pound, 1.5 to 2 pounds this month, it seems a lot more feasible than this big grand goal that you have. And By breaking it down into small goals, you can start to feel good that you're actually accomplishing your goal. And yes, it's like so small, but just think about long term how you'll start to see the change in just your daily habits, your daily routine, and how you will ultimately meet your goal by breaking down your goal into smaller goals. And this applies to anything that you want to do, whether you have a savings goal to buy a house. If y'all need a house, I'm your girl. I sell real estate in the Charlotte area. But whether you want to buy a house, whether you want to purchase a new car, it all starts by having a goal and setting a bigger goal, and then breaking that goal down into small manageable goals that you feel good about, that you can actually achieve. Because once you achieve that small goal, it will give you motivation and fuel to continue on that pathway. But when you set all these big goals, quite honestly, it's like, I don't know, it's like this mental block comes in your head and you just have a hard time doing it because you've done set this massive goal. Like, say for example, I wanted to, I don't know, start an amusement park. That is a space I know nothing about. I don't know a doggone thing about the engineering of a roller coaster and everything that takes about starting a amusement park. But if that was a goal of mine, I would set small manageable goals on how I should start, and I would have the big picture like in the back of my head, maybe on a vision board, but then I would break that down into smaller steps. And I'm going to show you guys, also dive a little bit further into what I mean by that. So going back to the fitness thing, 1.7 pounds a month is very, very feasible. So the next step that you may want to take after you set this small goal is purchase a scale, because a scale is going to hold you accountable. Purchasing a scale that not only shows just the pounds, but like, I don't know what you call it. I don't know if it's called like micro pounds, but it'll say like 177.6. What do you call that? I don't know. Whatever the point is, like, you start to see even that little number go down, it will literally motivate you. I'm telling you. The other thing that you may start to do, the next logical step, is say, hey, I need to work out if I want to meet this goal. But instead of setting, again, these massive unrealistic goals, nothing is unrealistic, but you know yourself. Instead of saying, I'm gonna work out 7 days a week, I'm gonna be at the gym, I'm gonna go to Planet Fitness, I'm gonna give me this gym membership, I'm gonna do an hour a day, cardio, weights, yada, yada, yada. Instead of doing all of that, try 2 to 3 times a week. Try 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, start to condition your body to create that discipline around that activity, so that at least you get into the rhythm and the mindset. And when you start to say like, hey, I'm only gonna work out 2 days a week for 15 minutes, you're gonna feel so good that you even did that much, because guess what? That's more than what you did last year if you didn't do anything. And so it's like little baby steps to get to the ultimate goal. You don't have to go all in, you know what I'm saying? Because those small steps, the small things that you do, truly make a difference. And I can back this up, y'all. So the next thing also that you may consider doing if you want to lose weight, and I'm just keeping with this example, but literally be thinking about how you can apply the same example with whatever it is that you want to do, with whatever goal it is that you're trying to accomplish. But like with weight loss, the next logical thing you may say is, oh, I can cut out, I can go on this strong diet, I can eat salads, I can become a pescatarian, give me the fish, the salmon, the tilapia, whatever. Instead of doing all that, like, that's cool. But if you've been eating fried chicken, cheeseburgers, pizza, I mean, you're just throwing it down, and to like just go totally on the other end of the spectrum, like cold turkey, I mean, that's good and all, but also be like kind of practical and realistic with yourself. Again, I'm not saying it's possible, but try, like, I guess what I'm just trying to say is try phasing yourself out into that, you know what I'm saying? Because that may be your ultimate goal, but first you may start off with, oh, I'm just gonna start maybe by decreasing my calories. Instead of having a full plate of chicken pasta Alfredo, maybe I'll cut that down to like a small kids bowl portion size. Or instead of eating sweets, maybe that's just one thing that I'll cut out. I'll cut out sweets. You don't have to like do this whole 360, because what generally tends to happen is like you go hard for like 5 days, 7 days, and you all in your grind, and then you don't meet whatever that thing is, and it's like you reverse or like have a relapse. So when I talk about manageable goals and also being like feasible and realistic, this is what I'm talking about. Just small changes. Start with small changes and it will change your life. This entire video is about digestible steps that you can take to meet and accomplish your goals. Okay, enough about weight loss, enough about fitness. We probably all have some sort of fitness goal, even if it's to maintain where you currently are. Let's talk about business, because a lot of people want to start a business and they don't know where to start. A lot of people want to start a new trade or learn a new skill and they do not know where to start. There's also some people that literally hate their career. They hate what they're doing and they want to switch career paths, but they do not know where to start. So in this part of the video, I'm talking to you. If you want to learn a new skill, a new trade, do a new endeavor, a new business, a new career path, then this part is for you. The first thing I would encourage you to do is research. Literally research the heck out of what it is that you want to do, whatever that business is, whatever that career is. Get all the knowledge that you can get. Read books about it, listen to podcasts, look at YouTube videos, attend networking events that relates to that topic or that industry. Like, surround yourself, absorb yourself in that bubble, because it's like when you start to surround yourself and be close to the campfire, whatever that thing is you start to get like this energy. You start to get this energy from the other people or the information that is coming into your mind, and you really start to imagine yourself in that space, in that world. So the more you can like absorb yourself into a good book, into videos, into podcasts, and all of these things, following people on Instagram that's in that industry that you want to be in for inspiration, it's like it's coming into your life, your atmosphere. It's like you have no choice but to gravitate to that thing. And by attending events, you can find like events in your industry, like on Meetup, through Facebook groups, on Eventbrite. But by attending events and being around like-minded people, you can learn the pain points of that industry. You can create like your networks where, you know, you start networking with people. They may be able to tell you a thing or two, give you some knowledge, give you some nuggets to kickstart whatever it is that you're looking to do. But yeah, being like close in proximity to what it is that you want literally helps so much. I'm telling you, your first step could literally be researching for the first month, 30 days, going all in, doing research. Like, I'm telling you, you're gonna get like this fire, this like new information. You're just gonna be like so all in and like ready to go to the next thing. So like this video is about digestible steps, but it's also about like just following that next logical step. So after you've done research on whatever business endeavor, career path you want to take, the next step will involve maybe taking a class on it. You can find free classes, or even investing in yourself and taking a paid class to get more information. So now that you've done research, you're kind of like taking the next step to apply yourself to further your learning, further your education about this particular topic. Like I said, it's something that comes in your spirit when you're in close proximity with people who share the same goals as you. Like, whether you want to become a real estate agent like myself, whether you want to become a hairstylist, a makeup artist, a designer, a home stager, an author, like eyelash tech, you want to be an IT, a teacher, a doctor, a dentist, like whatever it is that you want to be, when you surround yourself in a room with other people who have the same aspirations, something happens. Something really do happens. I'm not sure if y'all are church goers, but like at my church, they be like, something happens when we all just get together. Like something just happens in the atmosphere. So I'm gonna put a praise on it. I feel like I'm preaching right now. No, but I'm not preaching, but you know what I'm saying? I just feel like something magical happens. You will just learn so much from other people that you did not know before, or that you didn't know yourself. Even if you've been in the game for a long time and maybe you're just looking to elevate your business or elevate where you are, there's always something that you can learn from something or somebody. Like, we as people do not know everything. It's impossible. Like, we're not an encyclopedia. Like, it's impossible for us to know every little thing about every little subject. So there's always something that you can take from somebody. So then after you've like surrounded yourself with people, like you've done research, the next thing that I would encourage you to do is write down all the steps that it's going to take for you to be that person. Like, say for example, you want to do makeup artist. You want to be a makeup artist. Write down all steps of what it's going to take for you to get from point 0 to point 100. 1 through 100. What is it going to take? Small, large, whatever it is. Write down in chronological order. And if you don't know what the steps are, Google it. Google is an amazing free resource and tool, and literally everything is on Google. Like, Google it. Even if it's not perfect, master roadmap is something, it's somewhere to start. You can always alter it. If you don't know something, ask somebody that's in that field, in that industry. YouTube it. You're watching YouTube for this, you must want to learn something about accomplishing your goal. Like literally, there's so many ways to find out how to do something if it's already been done. Oh my God, I'm getting tongue tied. If it has not been done before, of course, like you're probably going to come up with some challenges, but I'm pretty sure there's something similar that you can model. Like it's all about models, and after you've kind of had that foundational model, you can always add your creative spin, your personal touch to whatever it is that you are doing. So I'll give you guys a personal example, a personal story, and this all happened very, very quickly for me. In 2020, I was laid off from my corporate job because of COVID, and at that time I knew that I wanted to diversify my skill set. I wanted to learn something new. During that time, when I was working at my corporate job, I also was a life insurance agent. I also had a dancing and choreography thing that I was doing to make some extra money on the side. And plus it was like a real big hobby for me. I was also running a event planning business, an event like rental business, renting out linens, chair covers, all of that. And I was just on a go. Like I was literally doing everything, y'all. But in 2020, when I got laid off, I decided I wanted to do work that was more impactful. I wanted to try my hand at real estate. It's something that I have always been interested in. So instead of sitting on the sidelines and wondering, thinking, there's only so much wondering and thinking that you can do before you take a first step. Like literally most times, all you need to do is take the first step and things will naturally happen after that. Like the next logical move will naturally happen for you. So the moment I decided to become a real estate agent, what did I do? I did what I'm telling you in this video. I researched. I watched videos, I read Google online stuff, and it's crazy because it's like, I did this not really knowing. All I did was research, and now people are asking me, how did I do it? But at one point I was in their shoes. I didn't know either. But the difference between me and some people is that I did the work. Like I researched the field. I followed people on Instagram who were already doing it, who were real estate agents, who were wholesalers. I purchased classes. I joined Facebook groups. I did all of these things to get in the space, get in the atmosphere, learn all I could. I watched YouTube videos about being a realtor. I read articles. I went on the website to write down all this information. And so when I wrote down the steps it took to become an agent, my vision became clear. My vision was so clear. I could look at that one piece of paper every single day and just see if I was checking off the goals. So like I said, my first step started off with research. The next thing I knew I had to do was find a school. I needed to enroll in real estate school if I was going to get my real estate license. After you enroll in school, the next thing is you got to pass. You go to college, you got to pass college, you got to get your degree, you know, so you got to pass the class. The class, my teacher told me what our next steps was, even though I already knew because I had done the research. But my teacher stated in order to get your real estate license, you need to pass the national and state board test. He told us that in the class. But if I never would have took the class, if I never would have signed up for the class, maybe you would have known, maybe you wouldn't know, maybe you would have done your research ahead of time. But what I'm trying to say is usually when you take the first step, the next step automatically follows. And sometimes your process may not look perfect, but the important thing is that you're making traction and you're not where you were in 2015. And you're not having the same goals, you're not doing the same thing. That's not leading you to closer to your goal, getting you closer to results. So after you pass the state board exam, and of course you gotta pass the state national exam to practice real estate, the next logical step was to find a firm. They told us literally, and I researched this, that we have to find a firm, a company to join. So I did all my research. I decided Keller Williams was the company that I wanted to be with. And once I did that, the firm, my company, Keller Williams, literally gave me a guide on how to become a successful real estate agent. I didn't have to figure it out on my own. I literally had the tools, the resources, the people in place to help guide me along the way. So after you become a firm, I became affiliated. I'm officially a realtor. They informed me that these are the dues, these are the fees that I need to pay to confirm and solidify my position with the company. So I did all those things. But what I'm trying to say is one step will literally lead you right into the next, but it's going to require some work on your part to take the first step. And a lot of you aren't getting anywhere and have the same goals in mind because you aren't at least taking a first step. You aren't at least taking a baby step. Me taking that class was my first step. And I'm sure whatever it is, whatever endeavor it is that you have, that you've been thinking about so hard, your first step may be taking a class. That may literally be your first step. Your first step may be doing some research. Like what I was saying before, not everybody's in like the creative industry, like content creation, whatever, but I'm pretty sure a class or getting education about whatever business endeavor it is that you want to do is a pretty good first step. If you want to become a doctor, the first step is education. If you want to become a dentist, the first step is education. Like that could be education through written form education or experience education. Even if you wanted to become a plumber, the first step is to be educated about that thing. So a good first step for someone who wanted to pick up a trade as a plumber is go down to your local community college and take courses that relates to plumbing. By taking courses that relates to plumbing, guess what that person is doing? They're putting themselves in the atmosphere. They're surrounding themselves by like-minded individuals who also have the same goals. They're surrounding themselves with teachers and professors who can guide them towards that next step. They're putting themselves in the atmosphere to be allowed to open themselves to opportunity, to apprenticeship, to internship, to the next thing. They're putting themselves in an atmosphere to where the teacher or professor may say, hey, I noticed your excellent performance in this class. You show up, you're on time, you're very professional, you do well with the classwork and assignments that are given to you. I want to tell you about this guy I know. He's looking for a new plumber to build his business with. And that may be your first step in entering the world of plumbing. You see how this all works, y'all? It literally works with having like a goal of mind, a vision, an idea, and literally just taking a first step. Half the stuff I've done in business, y'all, I did not know what I was doing when I was started, but I had a pretty darn good idea. If you ever get stuck and you need help on what the next step is, y'all, like I said, Google is a free resource. It's free. That's the best way to go. Go to YouTube, ask somebody that's already doing it. Join a Facebook group of other professionals that are in that industry. There's so many ways that you can get an answer. And it frustrates me when people like have these goals and they're telling me about their goals, but they're not making traction. Like, you aren't doing anything. How are you going to get somewhere and you aren't doing anything? That makes no sense. And somebody runs track and they're running around a track. How are they ever going to complete that track or that mile if they never start, if they never get over the finish line? How are you going to run a mile if you never even start walking? It makes no sense to me, y'all. It's so frustrating. It's literally so frustrating to me because when people tell me they're great ideas, like I want the best for people, I want to see people win, I want to see people accomplishing their goals. I hate when people feel stagnant because I hate when I feel stagnant. I love to just operate in my purpose, to be in my purpose. So it just saddens my heart when people have like these big goals and they just act like they can't accomplish it for whatever reason. No, the world is yours. We're just living in it. Okay, there's literally so many ways to get help and to get answer for what you want to do in life. I have so many people that be DMing me, messaging me, how did I do this? How did I do that? How did I start my dance choreo classes? How did I write a book? How did I get on a podcast? How did I start my YouTube channel? How did I become a real estate agent? How did I start an event space? Y'all, I'm just like y'all. I'm just like y'all. I literally just have an idea. I write down my goals. I break it down to small digestible steps. I take small baby steps to that goal. Some stuff may happen in, I don't know, 3 to 6 months. Other stuff may take time. It may take a year or 2 years, but the important thing is that you're creating traction to your goal, right? That's the important thing. I don't have a special secret sauce or anything like that. The only difference between me and some other people is that I did some research and I took a first step. That's it. That's all. And I'm gonna give y'all another example. At the beginning of this year, I wish I had my agenda because I was writing down like all my 2024 goals and kind of like where I wanted to be in life and some of the things that I wanted to do in 2024. But one of the goals that I have for myself in 2024 is, I said, well, last year I said this. I said I wanted to have YouTube as an additional stream of income. And I did not meet that goal, but who's that gonna stop? I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna reach that goal, baby. Mark my words. But I said, okay, why is it taking me so long? So I started looking at my analytics. I was looking at which videos had the best performance. I really just took like a deep dive into my analytics. I noticed that when I post like reels or short form content, I get a ton of subscribers from that. I noticed that when I post like content about like me being a mom, some of my real estate content, which I need to get back to my real estate content, but I'm kind of like dabbling and just talking with you guys guys about a little bit more about some of the other things that I like, that I'm passionate in, to share with the world, to see what works, what don't work. Because like I told you before, a sanity is to continue to keep doing the same things and expecting a different result. And for the most part, most of my channel is focused on real estate because I am a realtor. It's something I love. I enjoy watching other real estate vlogs, and I figure I would just share my passion with the world, and as a form of lead generation to get more clients for my business. But there's also other things that I'm interested in. I like to vlog my daily life when I'm having like fun things to do. I love like motivation, goal setting. I've always been like that. So just kind of like trying to try my hand at different things, right? Well, I'm kind of getting off topic, but at the beginning of the year, I said I want to be monetized. And so I know that in order to be monetized on YouTube, you must have, what is it? 1,500 subscribers? I think it's 1,500 subscribers. Hold on, I gotta look at my notes. I'm gonna tell y'all probably already know, like, if you're a YouTuber, let me Google it. Look, I'm Googling it. I said I'm Googling it. Is that even a word? How do you get monetized on YouTube? Literally right here in my face. Like, I'm telling you, information is everywhere. Like, so I knew I wanted to be monetized on YouTube, and I'm literally reading on Google that you must have 4,000 hours that people have watched your content over the past 12 months, and you need at least 1,000 subscribers. And so I know that with my YouTube channel, those are two goals that I want to meet. Like, forget 5K, 10K, 100K subscribers. No, let me get my 1K. I got that out the way. I'm now at like 1,600 or something subscribers or something like that. All praise to the Most High. But my next goal was to increase my watch hours to 4,000. And right now, at this current day and time, I'm at like 3,600 watch hours. So I know that in order to meet my first goal of monetization, I need to get to 400 hours. Now, do I know how the rest of this is going to work? Do I know how often I'm going to be paid? How often like I need to post? Like, no. But the important thing is that like I know the next step. I know that I need to reach 4,000 watch hours. So that's what I'm focused on in the month of January. And because of my consistency, I told myself I was going to post like 2 long form contents, like a longer video like this one. Anything that's like helpful or valuable that like I learned and I can pass along to other people. I wanted to do like content like that because I know a lot, and sometimes I feel like there's like so much that we know and like we take it for granted almost in a sense, because we feel like almost everybody know, like that's a gimme. But some people really do struggle on how to accomplish goals. Some people really do struggle on like, how do I start a business? But for me, like, I guess it's like something that, I don't know, like I said, maybe I take for granted that I'm just like, oh, you just do this, this, and this, and this will happen. But for some people, like, it may not come as easy. So I decided that like I'm gonna share what I know, in addition to like I said, some other stuff that like I'm passionate about on my YouTube channel. And through that, my goal and what I'm aiming to do is reach 4,000 watch hours by the end of January. And like, I can see the difference. I see traction. Like I said, when you create small manageable goals, I'm tracking like in my calendar, in my daily planner, where I was like at the beginning of this week. And at the beginning of this week, I was at like 34, like the mid 3,400 watch hours. Today, I'm at like 3,600 watch hours. So in like literally 1 week, I've gained almost 200 watch hours just from being consistent. And so I'm like, I'm taking that number like, okay, if I keep doing what I'm doing, there's a strong possibility that I'm going to reach my goal by the end of this month, and I'm going to be so happy and I'm going to be celebrating. And then we'll worry about the next step. You know? Another goal that I had, like I was telling y'all before, is like a lot of us have like fitness and weight goals. So I want to lose my little mom pouch. I did a little workout video on that too. But like, after I have my 2 boys, I feel like I haven't had like the flat tummy that I'm used to, you know what I'm saying? I want my flat tummy back. So I done developed the mom pooch. If you don't know what the mom pooch is, it's basically like the lower belly overhang or whatever. And give or take, it's not crazy, but it's something that I want to change about myself. And instead of like getting all depressed and like, oh my God, this is not possible for me, it's hard for me to work out. No, instead of creating excuses for myself, instead of being like, oh, I need a gym membership, no, I work with what I have, like in my space, with the time that I have. I work with the time and the resources that I have. So at the beginning of this year, beginning of January, I was like 149 pounds. And I wrote in my daily planner, my agenda, that I wanted to drop to 145 pounds. So that's 4 pounds. So for some people, like, that may be aggressive, but for me, I felt like I could do it. So what I did was just small things like in my daily routine that I changed. Instead of like gobbling down these big meals, which I usually do, like if you give me a plate of food, chances are I'm gonna eat that whole plate. Like I'm gonna eat my 3 tacos, I'm gonna eat my whole thing of pasta, and I'm probably gonna come back for seconds. Like I love starches, I love rice, I love noodles, I love pastas, I love juice, I love orange juice. Like I love like coffee, not just like black coffee, but like the caramel macchiato, grande, latte, 4 pumps of vanilla, like all that sweet stuff. Like I love that. But I knew like one small actionable step that I could personally take, that I knew that I could personally do, is instead of like still enjoying the foods that I like to eat, but instead of having like this big entree where I'm like stacking my plate, like I knew that I could just get a little dab, you know, like get like 2 spoonfuls, still get the taste and be like good. The other thing that I've been doing, that I've been implementing daily, is curbing my appetite by drinking 2 banana peanut butter protein shakes every day. So I usually will do like 1 in the morning and then 1 right before bed, and then I'll have my 1 small meal in the middle of the day. The other small thing that I decided to add to my daily schedule is usually after like I woke up and I found my day going, I put on my Apple Watch, and then I'm tracking my steps. Like my goal is 10,000 steps per day, and I'm trying really hard like to run around the house, to like take my boys on a walk, to go to the park, to just be active, to hit that step marker of 10,000 miles. And like my calories, you know, on the Apple Watch you can see how many calories you're burning. I believe my goal is at like 560 calories a day. So just these small things in my daily routine of decreasing my overall like calorie intake, increasing like protein. Like I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna give y'all a gem. It is working so far because I'm tracking it. I've been like, for the most part, hitting my step goal every day. There's probably like 3 days that I missed, and also because sometimes my Apple Watch be dead, so some days I feel like I truly made it, but you know, you don't really know because you never had your watch on the whole day. But like all of those small changes that I'm doing, I'm drinking water, not drinking like sodas or juices or anything like that. And if I do have some juice, like my glass is like this and not like that. So all of these things is creating a change. And so like I told y'all, I started out at 149 at the beginning of this year. I weigh myself every day, and I do have the scale that says like 147.8, 147.4. And for me, that's a motivator because like, no, it's not a pound, but it's 0.4 of a pound. So I need to figure out what that point is. If y'all know, y'all let me know, because I don't know. But like this morning I got on the scale and I'm at 146 pounds. And I'm probably at my goal of 145, but this hair itself probably weigh a pound, but we're not gonna talk about that. But like seeing that I was at 149 at January 1st, and today is like literally only January 16th. It's only been 16 days and I've been consistent of 10,000 steps, lowering my calorie intake, protein shakes, like weighing myself. Oh, I also like try to do like a 15-minute workout, because like after 15 minutes, baby, I be tired, like for real. I have done like maybe 2 30-minute workouts. No, maybe like 3 or 4 here and there, like if I feel extra to go above and beyond. But I've created like small goals for myself, even if it's like 10 to 15 minutes of like ab burning or like squats or anything like that per day. And it's like truly building up my stamina to do more. And now I'm at 146 pounds, and by the end of January, if I keep at it, I'm gonna meet my goal. I'm gonna be at 145 pounds like I set out to do at the beginning of January. Why? Because I took small actionable steps and I wrote down my goals and I made my vision plain and clear. So this is pretty much like how I accomplished all my goals in life. Like I just break them down into like manageable steps that make sense for me. Like at the beginning of college, when I first started college, y'all, I was like, I'm gonna have a 4.0 GPA. That's what I'm gonna graduate with. Did I do it? I damn sure got close to it. I only made like, I think 1 B, and I graduated with a 3.96. I graduated with a 3.96 GPA, and I was magna cum laude of magna. Oh my God, that's a tongue tire. I was magna cum laude of my class. So yeah, really anything that you want to do in life, like you can do it. You just gotta create small goals and like know that you're making traction towards that bigger goal. So yeah, whatever your goal is, make it plain and clear. It's like, if you don't have a destination in mind, if you don't have an address, just think about when you're typing in an address into your phone, the GPS is going to tell you turn by turn how to reach that destination, how to reach that address. But if you don't type nothing, then your GPS is blank. Like, there's no roadmap on how you can get to that next spot or that next place that you want to be in life. So yeah, anyways, y'all, thank you so much for coming to watch my video. I hope this helps someone. And if you just remember to first create a goal, write down your goal, make it plain, make it simple, make it clear, make it visionary, and then break it down into baby steps that are manageable for you, not like going above and beyond like all crazy and stuff. And then just having consistency, discipline, maybe even like an accountability partner, you will definitely start to see a change in growth towards whatever it is that you want to do. So I hope you guys, like I said, enjoy this video. Definitely click the like button if you like this video, want to see more videos about this, like goal setting and whatnot, because I like love this. If I could like host a class on like goal setting and like help, I think that would be pretty dope. But I think that would be pretty dope if like people was interested, because I truly do like help. Okay, I'm going on a rant. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe. The fact that y'all made it this far and watch my video is awesome. Like, thank you, because what, you're listening to me, a little old Millie. But anyways, y'all, thank you again so much for watching my video. Much appreciation, and I hope you guys make it an amazingly wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Shawty made that ass tap, she don't need no flow. High fashion, I go, yo. G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got it cold. I know I gotta keep my shawty on go. Got that ass to the floor.